So if you'll grab a couple blocks if you have them, please do, and then join me in an easy seat. Bringing the hands to the knees, relaxing the shoulder blades down the back, softening the eyes, maybe closing them. Start to bring your awareness to the breath. On your inhales, growing the crown a bit taller. And then on your exhale, growing heavier into this pose, bringing the shoulders down the back. Start to bring your awareness to the temperature of the air on your skin, noticing the sensation of the warmth or the coolness. Start to breathe down into the parts of you that are supported by the earth beneath you. On your next inhale, breathe deep down into the belly and then sigh it out through the mouth, letting it all go. Moving through this 2 more times with your own breath. And on the last one, bringing the shoulder blades up to the ears and allowing them to drop down the back on the exhale. Coming back to stillness now. Dropping your left fingertips beside you, maybe grabbing one of your blocks here. We're going to come down onto our left forearm, and we're going to lift the right hand overhead, getting a deep stretch in the right side body. You want to keep your right hips grounded and lift up through here so that you get a bend all the way down through your hips. And if you'd like to remove the block, you can sink a bit further into this pose, being sure to keep both hips to the ground here. Shoulder blades tucked behind you, glancing up through the right arm. On the next inhale, coming back up through center. Inhaling the hands overhead and then folding forward over the legs. Allowing the torso and the head to hang heavy here. Breathing back into the hips. Walk the hands back up through center, grabbing the block if you used it on the other side. Bringing your right forearm down onto that block. And then inhaling the left arm overhead, glancing up through the left arm. Staying active in the right arm to lift through the left side. And if and when you're ready, bring your forearm all the way down onto the mat, ensuring both hip bones stay grounded here. Inhaling back up through center, switching the cross of the legs. Inhaling the hands overhead and folding forward once more. Noticing how the mind feels. Has it stayed connected with the breath through these flows? Exhale back up through center. Bring the soles of the feet together here. Hands maybe come around the toes. For a butterfly pose, maybe they come around the calves. Reaching the crown tall and keeping the shoulder blades tucked down the back here. Start to breathe. From here, bring your right foot out, left foot comes to right thigh. We're going to put your right hand on your left knee and twist. Looking over the left shoulder. On your inhale, we're reaching the crown of the head a bit taller, and on the exhale, trying to sink a little more into this position. Making sure to breathe deep down into the belly. Exhaling back through center, crossing the left foot over the right knee, and twisting now to the right. Glancing over the right shoulder. Keeping your heart lifted, crown tall. Exhale back through center, bringing your right foot to your left thigh, left hand to right knee, twisting behind you, glancing over the right shoulder. Exhaling back through center, crossing the right foot now over the left knee. Right elbow around right knee. Twist over to the left. Keep space between the ears and the shoulders. Keep the heart lifted, crown tall. Exhaling, coming back through center, bringing the feet out long. Hands reach overhead, nose points towards the left toes, and on your exhale, lower slowly down to the left side. Letting your hands fall where they want to. Maybe it comes to the calves, the knees, the feet. Maybe you come onto a block. On your inhale, lift the heart forward. Exhale, try to bend just a bit back into this pose without rounding through the back. And exhale your hands back through center. Pointing the nose over to the right toes, inhaling your arms overhead, and then exhale, fold forward. On your next inhale, lift the heart forward, lift the chin. Exhale, hinge forward, do not round through the back. And walk the hands back through center. From here, we will roll up into tabletop. We're going to move through some cat-cows here. So bringing the hands under the shoulders, knees are hip-width distance apart. Just start to breathe here, inhaling and lifting the tailbone, lifting the chin, pressing the heart forward. And on your exhale, pressing through the hands, tucking the tailbone, tucking the chin. And then keep moving through this with your breath. Maybe finding gentle movements here that your body calls for. Maybe circling back towards the hips. Exhaling back into child's pose, send the knees wide, feet come together. Sink the heart down to the mat. Maybe the forehead comes down onto a block or your hands. And slight bend in the elbow here to make sure you stay broadened through the chest. Walking the hands over to the left side of the mat. Breathing into the right side body, trying to sink that right arm a little bit more down to the mat here, seeing what we can release. breathing into the area right underneath the right arm. Walk your hands back through center and then over to the right side of your mat, melting into the left arm now. Walk your hands back through center and then push back up, tuck the toes and sit back onto the heels. And from here, we're going to come into cow pose. So bring your fingers behind the back, interlace the fingers if you can, maybe grabbing a yoga strap or a towel from the kitchen. Start to breathe into the heart space here. Exhale and release. Now, switching sides. Interlace the fingers on this side if you can. Bringing the arms back out, inhaling them overhead, and then sending them out to the side, opening up, cactus pose. Exhale the hands back down to the mat. Come up into downward dog here. Pedal out the feet. Stretching into the calves. And finding stillness here when you're ready. Tucking the shoulder blades down the back, letting the head hang heavy. Lifting the tailbone towards the ceiling. Belly tucks into the ribs. When you're ready, roll through into plank pose. Shift your weight forward slightly and keeping your elbows by your ribs, lower down. Inhale, baby cobra, keep your hands by your ribs, lift the heart forward, lift the chin. Exhale, drop it back down. One more time. And let's do that again. Tuck the toes, exhale, push back into downward dog. Sending the right leg high, left knee bends. Stepping the right foot up to the outside of your right hand, dropping down to the left knee and coming onto the top of that foot. Coming into half lizard here. You can stay high or you can come down onto your forearms, maybe a block if you want. Whatever feels good for your body, whatever you need today. Might have been different than what you needed yesterday, and that's all right. Tuck those left toes, send the right foot back into downward dog. Looking back through those feet, sending the left toes high, right knee bends now. Sending the left foot up to the outside of the left hand, coming onto the right knee, onto the top of the right foot. Melting the right side of the hip down, allowing yourself to open here. Tuck the right toes, lift and send that foot back into downward dog, gazing forward and then walking to your hands, allowing your torso to melt over your thighs, coming into forward fold, opposite hand to opposite elbow, rocking back and forth here, gentle massage. Maybe bringing the hands down to the big toes. Bring your hands to your shins, straighten your legs, straighten your back, halfway lift, forward fold, and then roll up. Coming into Tadasana, mountain pose. Lift the chin slightly, find all three corners of the feet here, spread the toes wide, shine the palms forward. Inhale the hands overhead, and then sit back into chair pose here. Make sure you can see your toes over your knees. Taking some time to melt down into this pose here. When you're ready, bringing your hand to heart center. Bringing the elbows over to the left side, coming into a twist here. Try to stay strong through the legs. Exhaling back through center and switching over to the right now. Glancing up over that right elbow. Staying grounded through the feet. Exhale back through center, rise, push, and then come back down to swan pose, coming into forward fold and stepping back into plank. Slowly lower, keeping the arms by the ribs. This time coming into upward dog, lifting the hips off the mat, pointing the chin up. Start to breathe into the back area, keeping the tops of the feet grounded onto the mat. Start to melt the hips down. Tuck the toes and push back into downward dog. Feeling the energy that we are generating. Lift the right foot off the mat, bend in the left knee, and step up through your hands, paralleling the left foot to the back of the mat, coming up into runner's lunge. Hands come to heart center. Bring the hands overhead, looking forward still, warrior one. Exhale the hands to the inside of the right foot, bringing the left hand up to the ceiling. Exhale that hand back down to the floor. Bring your hand to the outside of your foot and then press back into downward dog. Sending the left foot up this time. Now up through your hands, paralleling the right foot to the back of the mat and pushing up into runner's lunge here. We want to be on train tracks, not a tightrope. Finding your balance. Sending the hands overhead. Warrior one. Bringing the left hand to the inside of the left foot. Right hand points towards the ceiling. Exhale that hand back down to the floor. Hands come to the outside of the feet. Send it back into downward dog. Glance up through the hands, step or hop to the top of your mat. Coming into forward fold. Allowing the head to get a bit heavier here. Slowly roll up into Tadasana. Circle the head, shoulder to shoulder. Sending the hands overhead, glance up, and then exhale over to the right side, coming into a right side bend. Glancing up to the left arm. Exhale back through center. And push it back to the other side. Going over to the left this time. Gaze comes up through the right arm. Staying centered here and pulling up through the right side. Coming back through center on the next exhale. Swan dive forward. Stepping back into plank and lowering all the way onto our stomachs. From here, we're going to send the right arm out long. Right cheek comes to the mat. Left hand stays planted here. Bring that left foot overhead. Send it over the right. Let it drop down onto a block or the ground. And start breathing into the right shoulder. If your body is looking for a deeper stretch here, you can bring your left arm behind your back, behind your lower back. Allow the heart to melt open here. Bring the left hand back down to the mat and exhale back through center. Windshield the wiper the legs back and forth for a bit. Shaking out that lower back. And then send the left arm out wide. This time bringing your right hand flat onto the ground. Left cheek comes to the floor. And then you can lift your right leg, send it back over that left. And start breathing here. Allowing the right hip and the left shoulder to open. Maybe bringing your right hand behind your lower back. Bring your right hand back down onto the mat, uncross your legs, and then push back up into downward dog. This time, walking your hands back to your feet. Walking them back out into downward dog. Back to your feet. And one more time, walk it out, downward dog. Lift the tailbone, and then walk your hands back to your feet. This time, stepping both legs out to the long side of the mat. Bringing your hands to the hips and slowly fold forward. Allowing the head and the torso to hang heavy here. Allow the hands to drop down to the ground. Walk it over to the left side, slight bend in the left leg. Walking it back through center, slight bend in the right leg. This time walking it back over to the left, dropping down a bit lower this time and pressing through with your left elbow. Straightening out through the right leg. And then walk your hands back through center to the other side, drop it down low. Press that right elbow into the right knee. Coming back up and then putting our hands back to our hips, slowly rise. Pointing the toes towards the top of the mat. Sending the arms out long here. Right foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Bend forward or hinge forward at the hips just a bit. And then rotate the arms down, coming into triangle pose. Left fingers come down to the left foot. Right hand comes to the ceiling. Maybe your hands come down onto a block here. Exhale, bring your right hand down. Bring your feet in and parallel them both, coming into a halfway split. Allowing the head and the torso to hang heavy. And then stepping back to the top of your mat, bringing your hands to heart center. Up over the head. And then swan diving forward, forward fold. Bringing your left foot back this time, parallel to the back of the mat. Bring the hands out parallel to the legs. Hinge forward a bit at the hips, and then drop down into a triangle on the right side. Maybe the hand comes onto a block, left hand rises to the ceiling. Keeping space between the ears and shoulders here. Drop the left hand down, step that left foot in a bit and point your toes towards the top of the mat, coming into half splits, allowing your torso to hang heavy. Bring it back up and step to the top of your mat. From here, I'm going to just turn towards you so you can see. Bringing your right foot to the inner knee, first getting stable in all the points of your foot, widening the toes, and then bringing that right foot to the inner knee, not pressing too hard. Hands come to heart center. Try to straighten the left leg, open through the right, and then inhale the arms overhead when you're ready. Growing tall here in tree pose. Exhale the hands back down to heart center and release your foot. Walk it out. Now coming onto the right foot, nice and strong here. Find your corners of your feet, spread your toes. Lift the left foot, bring it to the inside of your right knee. Open the left leg a bit more. And when you're ready, inhale your arms overhead. Focusing on one point in the room will help with your balance as well. Exhale your hands back down. Bring your foot back down onto the mat. From here, we're going to come back down onto our sit bones and then roll onto our back here. Bringing the knees into the chest. Just starting to rock gently side to side. And from here, bring the hands around the left knee, send the right foot up to the ceiling, and then slowly lower that right leg down onto the mat, keeping both of your sit bones grounded here. Start breathing into the hips, seeing if you can find softness throughout the body. Keep the shoulder blades tucked down the back here, soften through the jaw. Bringing your right leg back up into the chest, switching your hands. Left leg comes to the ceiling and slowly lowers down to the ground. From here, send the right leg over the left, bringing the arms out wide, maybe glancing over the right fingertips. Keeping both shoulders as close to the mat as you can. Bring the right leg back up, roll back through center, both feet come to the mat. Now bring the right foot over the left knee. Bring your hands around the left thigh, coming into eye of the needle. Just start rocking back and forth, keeping the left foot flexed, right foot pointed. Send the left foot back down to the mat. uncross your legs. Left foot goes over the right knee. And slowly rock back and forth here. Flexing through the left foot. Bringing the right leg straight onto the ground and sending your left leg over the right, glancing over your left shoulder or your left arm. Rolling back through center, either bringing the knees in, feet to the corners of the mat, legs long. We're going to come into Shavasana here, tucking the shoulders behind you. Maybe hands come onto your stomach, or you can let them fall open towards the ceiling at your sides. Starting to scan the body now. Noticing where you feel more open, where you've been able to move through some energy here. And start to find softness throughout the body, letting every part of you relax into the mat, melting deeper with every exhale. You can either stay lying here or start wiggling your fingers and toes, bringing awareness back into the body. Start to blink the eyes open. Maybe bringing the feet back down onto the mat. And just staying on your back. Bring your hands to your third eye, a little north of the center of your eyebrows. Thank yourself for showing up today and giving your body this much needed stretch. The light in me sees and honors the light in all of you. And as always, namaste.